Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with a reading, and this is Dee Fernandez, your tarot reader, your psychic, and your astrologer, and past life regression practitioner. And thanks for joining me today. Let's get right into it. And remember, Capricorn, this is a tarot reading, and these are general, so take what fits and, just leave the rest out, right? Yeah. If you want to have your own reading, you sure can get one of those. And let's get started right now for Capricorn. See what we got here. We have clear your aura. OMG. So this came in Sagittarius's reading. And now we have the strength card. We'll get another card. And we have grace. That came in that reading too. Wow. So this must be kind of a theme here a little bit. But clear your aura talks about get away from negative people or negative situations. That's what it talks about. Yes. And align yourself with people who are positive, right? Get away from the negative Nellies. Somebody might have been doing that. It doesn't have to be you. It could be this other person, because you guys know these are usually love readings. We have the strength card and we have grace. The strength card is what it is, but strength usually means somebody was not strong before. Let's have a look and to confirm. Juniper. So they're talking about the plant eliminates self-destructive tendencies. Wow. Yeah. Encourages prosperity and provides protection. Juniper. Then it talks about the tiger's eye promotes strength and protection. To be truly strong, you must first master yourself. That's true. If you want to protect yourself from dangerous situations, remove self-destructive tendencies from your life, then develop your own prosperity and self-reliance. Once you have established your own inner and outer strength, you'll be able to serve others. Somebody here has changed here, and this is self-mastery because they were hating on themselves. We have the grace card with it, and that talks about criticizing yourself. And so they're not doing that. This is self-mastery with the strength card and clearing your aura. They could have moved away from negative situations or negative people that were contributing to this, maybe them criticizing themselves, right? Just a negative situation here that we all need to move away from. And this card, practice good spiritual hygiene. In other words, don't hang around with negative Nellies. Yeah. Spend time with people and things or in places that raise your vibration to shake free and to clear your aura. Yeah. Yeah. It says, I care for my spirit as I care for my body. All right. So somebody here did something wrong because they're kind of hating on themselves here. That's how it looks. Let's see what these cards have to say for Capricorn, please. And we have Raven's Wand. Let's see what else. We have Oaken Doors. Oh my goodness. And let's see what else we have. We have Nature of the Beast. Okay, so let's look at Raven's Wand. I feel like Raven's Wand is about somebody being able to manifest something. But let's look at it here. We see this woman here holding her wand. That's Raven, I suppose. And this is Raven's Wand Oracle deck. Yeah, it is. Let's see what it says here about Raven. Yeah. And Raven and Robin, right? Just teasing. At the age of 18, at only 18, the responsibility of saving witchcraft fell on Cophenia. That's her name. All right. She has allies in the form of a venerable black wand and a fierce thunder sprite. But the final decisions come down to her alone. We all want to be the best, but Cophenia is reminding you that doing your best is more important than being your best. Just doing your best. You might make mistakes, but this is how the real world works. Accept that as long as you give your best. Nobody can expect or ask for more. All right, so somebody is now becoming their best in this reading. Yeah. They might be hoping that just doing their best will make you happy. I feel like this person did something to you, Capricorn, or you them, right? Oaken Doors is over here, and this is about resilience. Yes, it is. In the face of adversity. It's also about somebody who has like a dark path ahead. Something could have got left behind with this clear your aura, which says get away from negative situations and negative people. This Oaken Doors talks about being resilient in the face of a dark path, right? When they say dark too, it can be an unknown, but it can be, like troubling. Something happens here. We have the nature of the beast. And let's look at that. She's feeding the boar. Yes, she is. And he's I don't think boars are usually that friendly, but hey, she's a witch. So let's look at that here. This is Rudy. That's his name. Rudy, the boar is a fearsome wild boar that adopted. I thought they were all wild. What do I know, right? Okay. I thought they were all wild pigs, wild boars. Wild boar that adopted the coven years ago and appears reluctant to leave. So he adopted their way of living. Yeah. But he's reluctant to leave. Zorithia takes her turn at feeding him kitchen scraps. None of the witches are afraid of him, not because he's tame, but because they respect his nature. He is wild, and they do not challenge that. Rudy might be true to his nature, but as humans, we have a choice that Rudy lacks. We can choose to be brutish or civilized. Even if it's not an easy choice to make, the decision is ours. Somebody could have been a little bit of a brute here. They could have. I feel like they've grown and they've changed because they were criticizing themselves over here. Yeah, wow, that's the trip there, right? That's right. Yeah, and then we have doing your best over here with this Raven's Wand. Somebody here is coming back to do their best here. And they have some self-mastery. This is wisdom about themselves. They've cleared their aura. I think they left something over here, Capricorn. But let's see what we have here. And I hope you guys are great. And let's see what we have, Capricorn. If you want to get a psychic reading with me, I always check for accuracies, and they are. You can choose the format, live call. Those are lots of fun. Same with the tarot readings. Or you can get a video, right, sent to you, or I can record the live call, right? That's the best one, I believe. But hey, you choose. If you don't know somebody, you don't trust them, or you just need answers, right? Yeah, about them. Get a psychic reading, and if you have questions about your own, something that's not even related to, a partner or somebody else, I can help you with that. Yes, I can. I usually help you reach your own conclusion. Like, I usually help you kind of have an aha moment. Yeah, that's usually how that works out. Yeah, and everything's in the description box. Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading, and I do past life readings. Those are super powerful to help you live your best life. Yes, they are. Yeah, they have to do with your past lives, of course, but it's really learning from them, learning the lesson finally, so you don't have to repeat it in this lifetime. So if anything's bothering you in this lifetime, yeah, and you felt like it's kind of been hindering you, get a past life reading. It can really be helpful. Major awareness. So let's see what we got, you guys. And you're the one who chooses it. I don't choose it. Okay. Somebody made a comment a long time ago about, yeah, no, you choose it. Let's see what we have. We have the Magician here. And I hope I'm saying Capricorn here. I hope I am. And not, they just finished Sagittarius. This happens sometimes. I'm just doing them in the order of the signs. Sagittarius comes before Capricorn, right? Right before it, you guys. So, yeah, everything's in the description box. Yeah. And let's see what else we have. The Magician, as I said, and this is about manifesting something. It is because the Magician has everything to do with self-mastery, right? He can't manifest anything if he's, I don't know, crying the blues or hanging around with the wrong people or, criticizing himself. And he can't, right? But we have this self-mastery because somebody was criticizing themselves and they're no longer doing that. Yeah, and this nature of the beast is really interesting because it talks about somebody who kind of is understanding what they kind of need to do. This can be like a kind of a growing up as well, kind of, where somebody realizes they finally understand. It's possible this person did not understand you, Capricorn, and that is the that was the problem, like a miscommunication. Yeah. And yeah, this talks about kind of also, not only understanding somebody, but it can talk about somebody who was can be about understanding yourself. Yeah, if you guys remember, yeah, because it's about, you can choose. You can either be a brute or you can be very civilized. I feel like somebody understands here that the choice they made, the way they acted was the wrong one. I'm pretty sure here, because they feel guilty over here with the grace card. So so let's get into this, Capricorn, and let's go ahead and cut these cards, right? Yeah. In case I haven't done it, and if I have, that's okay. We have the Six of Cups reversed, Ace of Swords reversed. We have Justice. Okay, so right away somebody wants to return to you from the past. It does look that way. Right? It could be somebody you were just friends with who really wants something beautiful with you here. Maybe they were mean to you, or criticized you even. Maybe they could have. But yeah, this person has grown and changed. And now something does get left out here. And we have the Five of Cups right here. This could be, maybe this is the regret that they left you out, possibly, definitely. But there could be something else here that's kind of left out, possibly. But this is regret. It is. I was saying this person has regret earlier. Somebody does, right? And so we have the Empress showing up here. Here she is. We have the Star. And we'll move the camera so you guys can see these in case you are actually watching. Most people are kind of listening, but that's fine. Right? We have to cover her. She's bare-breasted. Yeah, she was one of those ladies who fought wearing a bra, right? I think they were doing that in the 70s. I think they were. Yeah, I grew up in the 70s basically, and so I remember a lot of people walking around without a bra on. Hey, it's your choice, right? Yeah, whatever floats your boat, makes you feel good in this life, right? It was kind of the hippie scene too, so hippies want to feel free, right? Not with a wire underneath their breast, right? I mean, can be kind of one of the ways to look at that. So we start with the Six of Cups reversed. Could have been a friend, could have been an ex-lover, could have been somebody that you just know, maybe a coworker, something like that. Somebody familiar to you wants to return to you. That's how it looks. Now, Ace of Swords is reversed. And let's get a card on that. Let's use the small cards. The itty-bitty cards here. Yeah. And and so, what I'm seeing here with this card like that, wow. Ace of Swords reversed. This could be an ending. They could be returning to you because something has ended, and they could have decided to end something with Justice, kind of kitty corner over here, or just vertical rather. Let's get a card on that and we have the Eight of Cups reversed. Oh, this person's really returning, whoever they are, and you are representative here of, or you symbolize what is fulfilling. Yeah, you do, definitely. Remember, we have this Clear Your Aura card, which really talks about get together with people who uplift you and inspire you. Yeah, and that's what's going on right here. All right, so they could have walked away from something uninspiring, Eight of Cups, reversed. And let's look at the past. I like to see the past kind of up close here because it, can help forecasting future. Ace of Pentacles. So we have a sad ending here, regret. There's 2 cups left. That's for you and them, Capricorn. They want whiskey and you want wine, right? Okay. We're not sure about that, right? The other day I was at Walmart and I saw these buzz balls, like super huge. And I go, gee, right by the line. I'm like, okay. If you guys know what buzz balls are, right? I just thought that was funny. Giant one, right? If you drink one, you're not going to feel so well, probably. All right, so Ace of Pentacles showing up with it. Something ends in order to have a brand new beginning, but a brand new beginning that is based on values and what somebody sees like for the long run, for the long term, right? With this pentacle. Let's see here, and we have the Five of Cups again. I kid you not, if you're able to see this here. So this is regret and grieving. So somebody regretted something and they grieved it. It does look like that, Capricorn. The Five of Pentacles is also in the reading, in the hopes and fears. They could regret leaving you out. I feel like they do, because we have that, wow, it rang like a bell, huh? Because we have the grace card talks about, kind of hating yourself, right, for doing something. So they could have, done something to you here and regretted that. But they could have also, this person has definitely changed. They could be moving away from a situation that is negative, and or uninspiring, and simply because they see how inspiring you, how much you inspire them, right? Yeah. This person has regret, because this nature of the beast talks about you can choose if you want to be, nice or not, and they have regret. So they were not nice, no, at least some of the time, or all of the time, or whatever it was here. Probably it's just some of the time, because I don't think you'd want to go back to somebody who was mean all of the time. Good God, no, right? Yeah. But now we have justice, which is favorable. This is like in your corner or supporting you, this justice card. This could be this person has gained wisdom, because the strength card is self-mastery. And interesting about justice, it rules the seventh house of Libra. And Libra is about wanting to, create balance between two people. Can also talk about open enemies, opponents and things like that. Really interesting, right? The opposite of balance and harmony, really. But they could have grown wiser. And this is probably what I believe this person is trying to bring you balance, trying to balance the scales with you. And they probably made a decision here. Because this Ace of Swords, which reversed or upright or whatever, it can talk about clarity and decisions and endings. So, you have to decide for an ending. You just don't, wake up one day and walk out the door, right? It doesn't, even in your psyche, you'll be deciding that, right? So there's a decision here, is my point. And that is helping you, or in your kind of supporting you in this reading, or your situation with this person. Ten of Wands is with it. This could have been, what's helping you is this person might have been married to somebody, and that was burdening them, or made it very heavy for them to be with you. They might have left you out because they were married here. That's possible. Let's get another card on that. OMG. We have the Queen of Swords with it. This person could be discerning if they've lifted something heavy and let something go. Five of Cups over here, that's an ending. If they've done that, then can they balance the scales with you? Yeah. And they could be knowing too that they were not wise, or that they weren't grown, or something like that, because we have self-mastery with the Strength card. This person I feel like what they're doing is figuring out that they were wrong, that they were immature and ninguno wisdom here, right? And they figured that out, because the nature of the beast talks about, hey, I could be nice or shitty. I have a choice. So in other words, I can be grown, or I can be, a little immature twit. Basically, when you come down to it. And here they are, feeling regret with the Grace card, kind of hating on themselves. Yeah. This can be a trip here. It could be about any of the things I mentioned. I feel like it's, for some of you guys, about all of them. Right? Yeah. And we have their focus, or yours, right? You guys know that by now. This is you or them. It's one person doing this reading. It's either you or them. Right? If it's them, it's about you. If it's you, it's about them. Knight of Wands showing up. Coming, this is the focus. We'll get a card. That's taking action. That's what that's about. Yeah. With the Eight of Swords. Taking action to release either the old them, or to release a relationship. But it is to move into personal power, to make progress in your life. This is about evolution. That's what the 8 is about: progress, power, and in astrology or in divination, it's about power, personal power. So she could have let herself out before, but she stayed. She was like suppressing her own wishes here, right? That's a different. Repressing can be kind of, there's a little difference. I think repressing is kind of knowing in a way, but suppressing is knowing, like entirely knowing that you're doing it to yourself and that you could really get out of it, right? That's suppressing. So, this can be either one. I feel like this person was probably suppressing their feelings for you, but kind of repressing because I feel like they were with somebody. This can be releasing a chapter as well, like a physical release of something, right? But it is about letting yourself out of a mental prison. Yeah. And taking action to do it. This is the focus with the Nine of Wands, to have their wish. And I started the reading. Okay, well, right here, this is about the wish, though. Yeah, pretty sure I mentioned that this person is inspired by you. That's definitely a wish. But you are their wish here. And they're taking action to release something, whatever that is, right? As these things that I kind of, spoke about earlier. So now we have the Empress in the near future with the Nine of Swords. Okay, they're here, they go from the 8 to the 9. This is, I release something. I'm worried now about what's going to happen, basically. And so this person is worried here if they can make their dreams come true in love with you, with the Empress. If they can, have a fertile new beginning with you, abundance in all aspects, right? Abundance is not just money. Abundance is happiness, where you live with your values. You can have physical, physical like possessions and, abundance that way, money and, that type of thing. Abundance. Abundance is also feeling happy and wise and grown and all of it. Yeah, it's like a bundle, right? Yeah. And so this person's worried, Capricorn, and that's because maybe they criticized you even, but they could have been mean to you with that nature of the beast, right? Yeah, they're not a beast anymore, Capricorn. No, they're a little, I don't know, a little birdie, a little sparrow, right? Here we have the Star, and this is in the advice, right? They're inspired by you. They're inspired to have a new beginning. That's what that's about. Yeah. And we have the Five of Swords with it. This is the advice. This person has defeated something or kind of let something out, let something go. We have 3 5s. We have 4 5s. We just have 2 of the same element here, the cups. But here we have, this person has let something go here. That's what the 5 of Swords is about, victory and defeat, or victory and loss. That's what it's about. And it's, wow. And so they've left something behind. That's what Clear the Aura is about too. 2 of Pentacles show 2 of Swords in the environment, the psyche usually, Capricorn, not, not the front room, not that usually. It can be your physical environment, but it's usually the psyche, right? We're talking about feelings here and, things that are hidden sometimes, and right, the whole emotional thing. And these are not cups, but trust me, this is about the mind, right? The 2 of Swords, and they have it with the 6 of Swords. So this is in the environment. So this person, in their psyche, they don't know if they're going to get to this new beginning with you, because the 6 of Swords, it's a questionable thing. It's, I'm leaving something that I'm no longer like inspired by, or I don't want anymore. Maybe it was troubling or whatever it was with these swords, and I want to get to a better place. But with the 2 of Swords, there's mystery there. I don't know, but I have to do it because I have to get away from whatever this was for this person. All right. So what's happening here is they're not sure what's going to happen with you. 9 of Swords over here. They're worried, right? Yeah, maybe you're going to, point your specter at them. So, the Empress has one too, right? Is that a specter? I think it is. Interesting how they call it a specter, and I really kind of, which, has a lot to do with spectating or watching or speculation. I mean, that's really interesting here, how that vibes with that specter, right? I'm sure it has to do with their speculation. I'm sure it does. And their hopes and fears are yours, Capricorn, is the 5 of Pentacles. It's shown up with the 7 of Wands reversed. This person is hoping you're no longer overwhelmed, most likely because they left you out. That's what that looks like, 7 of Wands reversed. They could be hoping you won't resist them, right? Because they left you out. They could be hoping if they left somebody else out, that will kind of make you feel a little calmer here and less overwhelmed. There could be a real life change for this person in order to have this new beginning with you. There really could be, all right? And the potential outcome here, Capricorn, is the Queen of Pentacles. Let's get a card on that. It's a little bit of a long reading, huh? Let's see what it says. And we have it here with the King of Cups. Maybe there's you're this Queen of Pentacles. You could be, right? Maybe that's probably you. King of Cups could be a water sign. But this is about love. So let's get a card. We're not sure what sign this person is. Libra's here. The stars, Aquarius, right? Another earth sign, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. And let's see what else we have. We have the Two of Swords reversed. So this is the potential outcome here. So the Two of Swords, no, I didn't say Pentacles. Yeah, did I say Pentacles? Two of Swords reversed. It's over here in the upright. But this is like, you know what? I just got to do this and put these swords down and just go with it, see what happens. Because remember what I said, they're not sure. They have the Nine of Swords here. Worried, not sure what's going to happen. We'll get one more card on the potential outcome. OMG. We have it with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, they're just taking action, going, whatever will happen, I hope it's okay. They're stronger now, so they could, potentially deal with your rejection. They could. But I feel like this person is coming to talk to you as well and to really tell you their feelings. King of Cups, right? They're coming to speak to you, Capricorn. They are. And yeah, good luck with this for those who resonate with this. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. It does help me to keep bringing you these YouTube videos. It sure does. And yeah, like, share, and subscribe. And hit the little bell, right, if you want to be notified of my uploads. Also, if you want to get a reading with me, lots of fun. They are fun. Check out the description box. Thanks so much, you guys.